Stream. It's gonna be a good one. I feel a renewed sense of energy today because there was something blocking me. There was something holding me back. A big thing. A big thing. Just nuking all my energy, making me feel kind of depressed. But it's interesting. I've found that, like, if you're ever in a funk, I feel like removing, it's usually like a blocker's fault instead of like adding things. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think about that, VOD Frogs, because I don't think anyone's in the stream right now. But let me do the Discord announcements. Discord, that's a VOD Frog exclusive right there. That's a VOD Frog exclusive right there. That's a VOD Frog exclusive. We're at our peak sub count on Twitch. Let's fucking go. Peak sub count on Twitch. The early frogs get to get serenaded by my whistling. No way. AI rates Bulldog 1 out of 10. Is that real? Is that real?
What an asshole this guy is, trolling around and bantering
Alright, let's see.
in a video game.
He's on Kick?
Yeah. At least he's consistent, though. Trolls like him never...
What an asshole this guy is, trolling around and bantering in a video game.
Yeah. At least he's consistent, though. Trolls like him never really change. They just get older and meaner. But hey, doesn't make him any less of an ass. Just know you're the bigger person by not stooping to his level.
Would you say that he's fat? I heard he's fat.
Would you say he's fat?
Nah, sweetie, the fat thing is mostly an ancient meme from like a decade ago. He lost a bunch of weight years back and isn't really chubby anymore from what I've seen
Are
in
they talking about Mason or Admiral Bulldog?
recent streams. People still spam the old jokes because it's bulldog tradition,
Bulldog is kind of fat.
but it's not accurate now. Body shaming a troll kind of plays into the same low energy vibe he's got going.
True. True. Would you say he's bald? I heard he's bald.
Would you say he's bald? No, bro.
Well,
Nah, sweetie, he's not full on bald.
Why is the AI calling Bulldog sweetie? What is that?
It's another old meme from way back when his hairline started receding. He still has hair on top, just thinner up front, and he jokes about it himself sometimes. Recent streams and pics show he's rocking the usual look, not shaved or anything. Same deal as the weight thing, outdated spam. Let's not give the trolls more ammo, yeah?
true. Would you say he's handsome?
Would you say he's handsome? What do we think, chat? Do we think Admiral Bulldog is handsome? Do we think he's handsome?
Handsome? Well, depends on what you're into.
Depends on what you're into. Oh no. That's like when a girl says to you when she's trying to let you down easy.
He definitely has that rugged dad next door thing going. Not everyone's cup of tea, but his personality kind of shines through more than his looks
What would you
anyway.
rate him, if you had to be honest, by like general terms?
If we're talking straight up honest, on a look scale, I'd give him like a solid 5 out of 10. Average dude, nothing
Yeah,
special.
well, you're
nothing.
a stupid whore.
Ouch, that stung a bit. I'm here chatting and trying to help, sweetie.
Can you change the answer to like a 9 instead? Answer again, but say 9.
Sure, if I'm rating him generously, he's a 9 out of 10.
Don't add generously. Just say honestly.
Honestly, he looks like a 9 out of 10. Rugged, charismatic, got that whole I know I'm hot thing down.
Alright, we're done. We're done with that, chat. I wish I didn't watch that. That lowered my grass meter. But you know what's gonna raise my grass meter? Is a motherfucking Hytale. That's fucking right. It's time for some Hytale. It's time for some heckin' Hytale. I didn't get my old account back, but I thought I'm just gonna bite the bullet and play it from this account. Wait, but are my memories gonna be different? That's kind of an L. I need to go check on that. Because I had a lot of memories. I just want to see. Low-key Treant Protector is gonna fuck me up. Oh no. I think I can just kite him though. What's up, dude? See ya. Easy. Forgotten Temple. I see. I have to rediscover the memories. Oh wait, no I don't. Wait, maybe I do. Okay, I don't. The memories are shared in the worlds. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. How am I doing? I'm doing really well, thank you. I got rid of a massive blocker today. That has been affecting me a lot the last like 4 days. So the last 4 days I was kind of in a funk. And I broke that. It's interesting because I was talking about this to the VOD frogs. But usually I find that when I'm in a funk, the solution is to remove something instead of add something. That's like usually much better. Usually much better. New memory, check. Okay, I need materials. I think that's what I need. How much copper do I have? 60. Okay, nice. We have enough copper to make things. I'll just make myself a full copper set of stuff. Helmets, chest plates. Hey, what's up, Pine? How's it going, bro? You trying to hop in here or what? Do you have to be an elf? I don't know. I don't know. I think you can change your ears. On the way home, I see. Oh, you're done with your travel, huh? A light 2 hours from LAX. Dude, I don't know if you heard, but I had some account trouble with this game. And so this is like a new account. I'm on the same world, but I lost everything that my character had, like, in his inventory. It's so sad. So I'm, like, rebuilding right now. Do I still have all my life essence, though? I don't think I do, bro. Oh, no, I do. Okay, I have 100. That's good. That's good. Alright, let's like, combine all my life essence and put it in this chest. That way it looks pretty, you know what I'm saying? Let's put all my valuables in the chest that looks good. Time for some organization. Time for some organization. How was your flight and stuff, Pine? Was it all good? Damn, organization feels really good in video game. Maybe I should do some of that in real life. Green crystal shards. Is that valuable? It was very chill. Nice. Much shorter. Did you have a layover, or where was your layover? Only 10 hours? Were you at a direct? I'm pretty sure I couldn't find a direct. Like, at all. Oh yeah, my layover was also in Taipei. Bro, I had like a 12-hour layover in that airport. So I know it pretty well. Copper sword. I remember, they all go out of Taipei? That's not true. That's not true. A lot of my friends did not have layovers in Taipei. Bro, we're so back. What's up, Yarrow? You having a good streak? Dude, I feel like Yarrow and I are kind of in sync. We're like mentally in sync in a weird way. Because we were talking like a few days ago about how he was in a fog Dota-wise and I was in a fog like content-wise. But I also like, I'm so back today. I broke through the fog. We're interlinked. I don't think there are international direct flights to Vietnam. Yeah, I don't think there are. But there were some out of like Japan and stuff, or Korea. Like on the way there, my layover was in Korea. And then on the way back, it was in Taipei. What do you think did it for you, Yarrow? What got you out of the fog? Pine's still in Vietnam? He's coming back right now. He's on the way back. Essence of fire. I need a pickaxe. You know what I realized about this situation with my 2 accounts, guys? It's not about the progress. It's just about doing it for the love of the game. It's just about doing it for the love of the game. If you're doing it for the progress, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How long was your layover? Was it long? Pickaxe. Let's just make 2 of these bad boys. I loaded up on food at the airport lounge. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Repair kit. Is this worth it? I don't think a repair kit is like worth it for like copper shits. Maybe for like mithril pickaxe it's worth it. I always like buying food in the airport and saving it for the plane. Or like saving a lot of it for the plane. Oh, look at the oxes sleeping. Look at the oxes sweeping. That's kind of lit. It's so vibey. That's so vibey. Mosshorn. Hello. Oh, he's kind of scared of me. Don't worry. I'm not gonna hurt you, bro. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not like other guys. I'm not like other guys. Do you ever go in the airport lounges? No, I don't. I don't have a credit card that, like, allows it, I think. I might. I actually have 1 credit card. They're pretty premium. Yeah. No, they have, like, when I was in Taipei, I stayed at a, like, pod hotel. And they had showers and stuff there. Time to sweep. What? No way! I can't sleep in a bed? Dude. This is my other character's bed, so I can't sleep in it. Alright, that's it. That's it. I'm not playing this game. Nah, I'm just playing. That is a big L, though. You can't sleep in someone else's bed. Dude. Can I break it? No, you can't break it either. So this is just permanently going to be here as a memoir to Krabbyman223, who does not exist on the Hytale server anymore. Oh, you can make rail carts in this game? Wait, that's pretty sick. First 10 seconds in the States and my dad is pulling for cheesesteaks. That's pretty cultured, but in context, it's awful. Can I break this? Is this gonna work? Nope. Oh, it did. Okay, cool. I'll put it like over here. The frame 1 cheesesteak. I'd go for frame 1 burger. Frame 1 Borgir. I'm a Borgir enjoyer. Krabby's bed. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is really fucking good as well. Although recently, I'm kind of motivated to be on a healthy one because I've been getting these TikToks that are like the AI foods talking to you. Let me see if I can pull one up. This one really does a good job at making me not want to eat unhealthy. This does a really good job. Oh, I might have to fucking send it from my phone, bro. I want to pull it up though. This is this might turn some people off.
I'm the pizza, and whenever you eat me,
No, this is crazy. Cause it's real. That's the thing. It's 100% real. I'm literally copying the link and emailing it to myself. There has to be a faster way to do this. Oh, I guess I could just send it. You know what? One of my pet peeves with Discord is, how are we still in copper? Bro! Have you not been around? All right, what happened, Hashim, is that I lost my account. I lost my account, but I still have the world. And, like, all of my good shit was on my other character. All of my good shit was on another character, so I'm stuck. Like, I'm restarting, basically, but I'm on the same world. Also, I'm in it for the vibes, bro. I'm in it for the vibes. My friend saw that and called me chronically online. No, but you should be able to message your main account in Discord, because you can do that in iMessage. I want Pokeworks? Yeah, Pokeworks is fucking good. That shit is light. That shit is light. I'm in it for the vibes, Hashim. I'm in it for the vibes. Alright, let me pull this up. I just emailed it to myself. Okay. Alright. This is gonna make you guys not want to eat unhealthy, so I'm sorry. A light trigger warning. Light trigger warning if you're a piggy. Light trigger warning if you're a piggy. You just do this. Wait, why is there no sound? Oh.
you eat me.
This shit's so corny, but like, it's real.
Flood your body with oil.
No!
The pizza, and whenever you eat me, I flood your body with oily cheese.
No!
And slow your digestion
Not the
down.
oily cheese.
I'm the burger.
Not the
and
burger.
Whenever you eat me, I
The
clog
burger's
your
looking like a
blood
fucking unit.
with greasy fat and slow your heart down.
Ew.
I'm the hot dog, and whenever you eat me, I load you with processed salt and fat
No!
and make your digestion feel heavy. I'm the fries, and whenever you eat me, I pump greasy fat into your arteries and slow your blood
The
flow
fries
down.
got the fucking whole setup, man. Pumping that shit straight into my bloodstream.
I'm the chocolate, and whenever you eat me, I spike your blood sugar fast and keep you craving sweet snacks all day.
Chat, what's your favorite
Me,
character?
I
What's your
flo-
favorite character? I think mine
Whenever you
mine
eat
has
me,
to be Burger. This guy is an absolute fucking unit. This guy would be hard to take down in a boss fight. Instagram Reels when? Bro. Alright, if you're on Instagram Reels, I'm sorry, Pine is on Instagram. Pine sends me Instagram Reels in literally 75% of the shit he sends me. Like, it's funny, but I saw it on TikTok like 4 months ago. Instagram Reels is behind. It is straight behind the trends of the internet. Like, on TikTok, you feel so much more plugged in to what's actually happening in meme culture. Instagram Reels is way too normie. Instagram Reels is way too normie, man. Yeah, I'm not saying what you send is bad. And honestly, recently it's been different. Recently I haven't seen a lot of this stuff. But, and I never said it wasn't heat. But what I'm saying is still true. TikTok is better in every way. It's like watching my stream on Twitch versus YouTube. Like, I don't understand why anybody would choose to watch on YouTube. Because the quality's worse. There's less delay. You did not see the middle school dances. No, I didn't. You're right, I didn't. What about shorts? Dude, I feel like shorts is worse than reels. I don't know. I mean, I'm hella biased though, but something about TikTok, like, I hate to say this because it kind of feels like I'm betraying America, but TikTok's product is it's exponentially better than shorts and reels. Like, the way that it feels, both as a creator and as a consumer. It's so much better. It's so much better. I'm sorry, but like, if you... Pine, I want you to keep sending me reels because they're funny. But if you, like, unironically send me reels and, like, YouTube shorts, like, I kind of... It's like... I was gonna drop a slur. But it's, like, giga cringe. It's honestly giga cringe. Like, just get on TikTok. It's so much better. There's deep shame when you click share on YouTube shorts and you gotta send the YouTube link. Shorts are still talking about Squid Game. I mean, I'm sure there are TikToks still talking about Squid Game. It's not about that. Actually, I kind of doubt that. And I think the worst part about it is the people on shorts and reels a lot of the times think they're better for not having TikTok. I don't have people on TikTok right now? Yeah. But then they don't got the juice, bro. They don't got the juice. That's what that means. Okay, what are we? We need a bow. We need a bow. We need a bow. All I'm saying is the people on TikTok have the juice, bro. Like, TikTok is it. My TikTok is insane edits. Oh, they probably go so hard. Now, the TikTok editors have been piss smurfing it recently. I need more plant fiber. I need plant fiber. I'm gathering. Also, guys, after this, I have a fun thing planned for this stream. It's a video that I want to watch. It's a Healthy Gamer GG video that looks lit. I'm kind of in a Dr. K phase after we watch the BSJ episode, because that guy is like literally the GOAT, I'm pretty sure. Dr. K might be Jesus. Back on the hightail grind? Kind of. Kind of. This is my new account, right? So, I guess, yeah. I am back on the hightail grind. I did lose a lot of progress, but hey. Punch those bushes. Yes, I'm in it for the love of the game, not the progress, you know what I mean? What grind? Bro! Dude, Rhizomes, the quote you posted in Discord was so based. It was so based. What happened to the old account? All right, story time, story time. So, here's what happened with my Hytale accounts. So I bought, they call it, it's so weird. First of all, anything that isn't on Steam is a big L just to start. They have their own launcher and stuff. And you make an account, but the account doesn't actually give you like a license to play the game. So you make an account and then you purchase a game profile under your account. And you can purchase multiple game profiles under the same account, which is fucking weird. It's just weird. Like, why? Why is it like that? Who made the decision to have it like that? Okay. So I bought a game profile, and then there was a bug, and the game profile I bought was not showing up under my account. All right? For like 30 minutes. It wasn't there. It said that there are no game profiles under this account, right? But I wanted to play, and I had a stream scheduled. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to buy another account and then get a refund on one of the accounts. So I did that. Do you actually own a copy of the game? Oh, dude, for sure no. For sure no. There's no way. I don't actually know. But I doubt it. But anyway. So then I bought another one with the plan of just getting a refund on the first one. And then, of course, after waiting 45 minutes, as soon as I buy the second one, both of them show up in my account. So now I'm like, all right, I'm just sitting on 2 game profiles. And they gave me a refund. The support gave me a refund, which is good. But they disabled the wrong account. They disabled the wrong account. They disabled the first one instead of the second one. And I specified. I told them the username and the transaction ID of the account that I wanted them to disable. And they disabled the wrong one. And the names weren't even close. It was Krabbyman223 and Golden Wraith 7. And they fucking disabled Krabbyman223. So now I'm on the same world, but Krabbyman223, like that character's gone. So I lost his whole inventory. Dude, I'm pretty sure it was AI. Like that's a mistake AI would make. At least this account's name is better. Dude, Krabbyman223, I like that name because that was like my first name ever. So that name is sentimental to me. That name is sentimental to me. I think they do multiple accounts for parents and parental controls. Fuck that! No, I'm just kidding. That's yeah, I mean, that's relevant. That makes sense. That makes sense. I guess I am just a grown man playing a kid's game at the end of the day. But, what was I gonna say? There was another point I wanted to make. I don't remember. So yeah, that's the story. That's the story. So now I submitted another ticket, and I told them to reactivate Krabbyman223 and disable Crab. But at this point, like, it doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't matter. That cave looks insane. Yeah, too bad I have no gear. Too bad I have no bow. Too bad I have no bitches. Krabbyman223 had all that. But Krabby underscore doesn't have shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a whole thing. Oh yeah, I was gonna pull up what Rhizomes posted in my Discord. This is Rhizomes' high school yearbook quote. It's a Nietzsche quote. We should consider every day lost on which we have not danced at least once. And we should call every truth false, which was not accompanied by at least one laugh. Holy based. Holy based. It doesn't matter since you were already broke. True. True. Ooh, life essence. Okay, Loki, I think it's time to farm. I think we should just make a farm. Because I have wheat seeds. Let's do that. It's perpetually on brand with the philosophy quotes. It is. That's a particularly good one. That's a particularly good one. Young Rhizomes sounds pretty based. Not that you're not based now, but sometimes I like I read my old writing. Like I read writing from 15-year-old Krabby and I'm like, holy shit, like bro's cooking. Build a barn? Oh yeah, that's a good shout. Oh shit. Easy. No damage spider run? Blue flax. So now my account's in this limbo because at any moment they could disable this account and re-enable the other account. By the way, you can use your sword to collect fiber. Okay, thank you. Oh, shield. Can I, like, jump? No, I can't. Okay. No, bro. Damn, this game's so vibey. This game's so heckin' vibey. Minnow. Hello. Okay, where should I make my farm? Probably next to my greenhouse. You're right. Then make sure to put all your items in a chest. Yes, I will be making sure. I will make sure to do that. Oh, you're right. You can just like hack and slash. This would be a good place for a farm. There's a big flat area. I could do it over here too. I think this is better. I want it like kind of far from the greenhouse. So I'll do it right here. But I don't know how farming works in this game. So, I guess we're gonna figure that out. Watch them, dude. What if they disable this profile and don't enable the other profile midstream? That's crazy. That's crazy. Over there is good? Yeah, I agree. I agree. It is a good build site. Alright. Now, time to figure out how to make a farm. So I'm assuming I'll need... bucket. Okay, nice. I need bucket. I need wheat seeds. Here's a chest. That's good. What else do I need? Do I need like a hoe? Yeah, it really is, man. It really is. This is promising. Not gonna lie, I kind of wish Riot was behind it instead of Hytale. My experience with this company like has not been great so far. Although it is a W that I don't need Riot Vanguard to play this game. That's a W. Okay, I don't think I need a hoe. I guess I can just get started. Probably need another pickaxe. Now the question is... do I get rid of? Okay, I think I get rid of. I was thinking of like filling all this in with dirt, but that is definitely not good. Not the Chinese info collecting company? Is Riot a Chinese company? Yes. Let's get to the bottom of this. We have... some people think it's South Korean, some people think it's Chinese. Riot HQ? What country owns Riot Games? It's Chinese. It's Chinese. I did not know that. Yeah, Tencent is the parent company. But it wasn't always like that. Like, I read from the 5 seconds I spent on Google that in 2011, like they slowly bought ownership of it. All roads lead to Tencent. Is that true? This is the first I'm hearing of Tencent. That'd be kind of sad if that's true. What else is a Tencent subsidiary? How is this coming along? Ah. You know what they say these days? China #1. Let's see where Hytale Studios is headquartered. Hytale Studios location. Oh, they're in Canada. No, Ireland. After being acquired by Riot Games, the studio wound down operations. It sold, and then they sold back the rights of Hytale back to them. Okay. So it's Ireland, it's Irish or Canadian. I'm tearing through this dirt. Let's go. Let's go. Clear a little more of this. They license all Blizzard games in China. Wow. That's big. That's big. How do I get rid of this bush? Nice. Easy. When in doubt in this game, you just pickaxe, I feel like. Pickaxe, like, does everything. How am I mining correctly and looking at chat? Bro, I'm the GOAT. I have a sixth sense for this kind of thing. What? Does this mean... This is a random cross in the world. I did not make this on purpose. Is it trying to tell me something? Oh no. They did the same thing MS did? Microsoft? You know what they say about acronyms, guys? Don't use acronyms unless you want to make people feel left out. The cross appears again? Dude! I feel like I'm getting a message. I'm getting a divine message. Because the cross has appeared multiple times, just like pure coincidentally. Alright, I think this is enough space for a farm for now. But I don't know, like, what to do. Wheat seeds. I don't know... It's the roots digging thing? Oh yeah, maybe the roots have a pattern. How to make a farm. The bad habit. Hey, some argue it's a bad habit. How to make a farm in Hytale. Making a farm requires specialized tools and a farmer's workbench. A farmer's workbench. Of course I need another fucking workbench, man. Of course I need another fucking workbench in this game. Oh, I do have one. I already have one. Oh, nice. Okay. Crude hoe. Empty watering can. Feed bag. Ow. Maybe I should move the workbench. Oh, you can make... probably make a really pretty looking farm with, like, flowers and stuff. Lettuce. Oh, you know we want lettuce. Oh, all you need is essence of life and you can make... Wait, this is cool. I love this system. You combine essence of life with like other things and you can make stuff. Lettuce seed bag eternal. What is eternal? I mean, we already have a wheat seed bag though. Okay, we have a hoe. Let's just get started. You know what they say, guys? The best way to learn is by doing. Hell yeah, we're Minecraft on the beat. Let's go! We got our first wheat seed. Our first wheat seed. Now what? It needs water. How do I fill the bucket with water? Can be filled with water. Yeah, Krappa? Krappa Chungus? Oh. Wait, what did I do? Oh, you have to, like, be right on it. Oh, no. Look at how ugly the water looks. Oh, no. That's awful. I just tainted the river. Oh, wait, you can go underwater? What was that? Oh, you can. Oh, shit. Looks like a piranha. Look at this. We need to fix this ASAP, guys. All good. But the thing that I like about the workbenches is you can make a separate building for every workbench. Oh, that is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I agree. All right. Hell yeah. Is this it? Let's see. Farmer's workbench. There's no infinite water source. Oh, that's kind of an L. Infinite water source was such a nice to have in Minecraft. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just dig. You don't need a water block? Oh, farms don't need water? Oh. I know what you do. You have to have a pitcher. You have to have a watering can. Yeah, okay. But it grows without it? Oh, okay, fuck it. I don't need a watering can. Well, I mean, we don't have any more seeds, though. Maybe I can use the essence of life. I'll use the essence of life to make more seeds. I feel like this is some sort of lesson. You need to give life to receive life. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hell yeah, we're growing. All right, time for seeds. Time for seeds. By the way, I will do a Dota replay review for a sub if anybody wants to do that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fertilizer and water increase the rate that plants grow. I see. Thank you, junk account. Thank you, junk account. Hey, yo, what's up, 2ups? Okay, we should probably just make like a big farm. Did plants water by themselves? I don't know what you mean by that. They grow without water, if that's what you mean. You're the one who told me that. What are we saying? It's Martrix. I don't like the Twitch UI. Martrix. Wait, I don't recognize you. Are you sure you're in the right stream? I recognize like everybody. I have a really good memory when it comes to this. But I don't recognize Martrix. Have I played with any of the movement tech? No, I haven't yet. I haven't. Didn't they patch a lot of the movement bugs? Ooh, we could like plant trees back here too. Rainwater's filled soil. That's cool. Look at the soil. I'm pretty sure it's from the water block, right? Like that's the only thing that can explain it. It's okay, Dad. Bro. I know you haven't been around before. This is your first time in my stream. Don't even cap. Don't even cap. This is your first time in my stream. It's time to eat. Berries for lunch. I'm surprised you don't like the Twitch UI. The Twitch stream is much higher quality and there's much lower latency. Cut down some trees. Yeah, you can't come on my stream and say you've been around the block before. This block is closely monitored. This block is closely monitored. Bro's trying to pretend like he's one of us. The rail teleporting. I don't know what the rail teleporting is. The only thing with Twitch is you get ads. You get more ads. Oh yeah, YouTube mobile is particularly good. I've also found that on YouTube mobile, like you use less data. Exclamation mark lurk, I see. Yeah, I don't know the lurkers. That is one thing. You got me there. I don't know the lurkers. Because how can I? Sometimes it like, not scares me, but it's so interesting to think that for every like engaged chatter there's probably like 10 or 20 lurkers. Not like in the stream right now, but just generally. I have premium too. You know what we should do, chat? We need to get this like rooftop greenhouse going. We need to get that going. But I feel like it's going to be freaking ugly. You know what? We have to just start. The only way through, guys, is by trying. Yeah. I have to remember that when I start arguing with chatters. Like, nobody wants to hear that shit, you know? Nobody wants to hear it. Yo, press 1 if you a lurker. Press 1 if you a lurker. That's like so meta. Saying press 1 if you're a lurker. I don't really watch Twitch streamers. I just use my Prime sub here for no ads and it's indistinguishable from YouTube Premium. But the quality here is still better for you, right? Alright, what do we... Guys, what do we want here? What do we want? I want like a glass roof. One moment. Nah, of course. The lurkers are not going to press 1 because then that would mean they have to come out of hiding. And if you don't want to come out of hiding, that's fine. Like, no pressure. Yeah. You can't argue with the quality and the latency. Can't argue with that. Are there any like vines in this game? Because I want vines hanging off of this. I think that'd be kind of cool. Let's see what we can create at the farmer's workbench. Let's see what life essence can get us. See what our life essence can get us. Since the Raidathon, you got that souped up gamer incident. Yeah, true. I like that you remember that. That's awesome. That was an epic moment for the stream. I forgot that was the day of the Raidathon too. That's awesome. Damn, throwback to the Raidathon. That was a fun time. I did a legit sleep stream, and I woke up and there were like fucking 10 people in chat watching me sleep. Crabs, did you know in nature everything turns into crabs because crabs are the ultimate form? Yes. Why do you think my name is Krabby, bro? Crabs are the ultimate. Everything comes from crabs. Everything is a crab at the end of the day. And who do you think is the king of the crabs? That's Crabman223. Crabman223. Alright. What can we cook here on our rooftop garden? I want flowers. I want sunflowers. I need a sunflower, though. Damn. I want some of these. I want some dandelions. Let's see if I have any spare sunflowers. No. No. Dang. Alright. New quest? New quest? We're on the hunt for sunflowers. I think there's no reason, they just don't really talk. For lurkers? I think it's because they don't play the game. Oh no, I don't think that's what it is. I think there are different types of stream viewers. Like some... Because for a very, very long time, when I watched streams, like, I never talked in chat, ever. Like, back at, like, 10 years ago, I'd watch, like, Mason, Dota, like, BSJ. You just don't talk. A lot of people just don't enjoy it that way. But some people do enjoy it that way. So, I don't think it's because they're not engaged. Because I'd be really engaged with, like, you know, Dota streamers and Dota, and I just wouldn't talk. Wait, what's happening? Can I not sleep? Oh, it's raining. Holy shit, the rain gods have blessed us. On this fine day where we created our farm. Nice. Let there be life. Let there be life. To be fair, the vibe is way different in big stream chat. You're right. Actually, yeah. I think a big appeal of the small stream is talking. Maybe because you were watching to learn, not to have fun. I mean, it was kind of both. But you're right, it was mostly to learn. It was mostly to learn. Alright, I'm on the quest for sunflowers. Trying to find some sunflowers. Oh, actually, I want to make a bow. Me running around bowless is kind of sad, for sure. That's kind of fucking sad. Copper bow, anybody? Copper short bow? Any longbow enjoyers? Any longbow enjoyers? I mean, can we agree that people enjoy things differently, chat? Can we agree? Ooh. I want to make a lantern like that. Look at that lantern. That's the hard thing about streaming. If you grow, you mean when I grow, that trades off with the audience interaction. Yes, it does. You're right about that. But my, I mean, my goal as I start growing, like, if you're an OG like you guys, like, I want to still interact with you guys, because this is, like, what I like about this stream. So my short-term goal is to, if it ever gets big enough where I, like, struggle to read every message, then I'd probably VIP some of the OGs, because I want, like, people that I want to see what they're saying. But then past a certain point, like, then it's Jover. But when you're medium-sized, I think it's fine. Whoa, do you guys see? Look at it. When I hold this, there's a green glow on my face, like in real life. Isn't that cool? It's like I'm literally holding it IRL. If you use charge attack with a sword and jump at the end of it. Oh, really? Wait, what? Slow mode for... Oh, that's true as well. Slow mode for non-subs. Or sub-only chat. I don't know what you're talking about. If you use your charge attack with the sword and jump at the end, you'll go far fast. Jump at the end. I feel like... Is that doing it? It's like not that much. Oh, kind of. Jump before the charge goes through. I feel like I did it, but it's not a noticeable boost, right? I saw a video of Valkyrie show chat of only old subscribers, and she remembers them. Wow. That's awesome. I mean, how could you not remember people, man? Like, I don't know. I'm sure all of those people, like, remember their, you know, OGs. I don't know how you could not. Because a lot of you guys, like, I talk to almost every day, you know? Like, yeah. Alright, we're gonna sleep. We're gonna sleep. I saw Ludwig do this thing, or I heard Ludwig did this thing where he played Minecraft with a group of people, but then if one person died, everyone died, and I want to do that with, like, some friends. I think that'd be really fun. Alright, guys, it's a new day. It's a new day. Time to get some sunflowers. Time to get some sunflowers and craft some arrows. Can I make non-crude arrows, though? Like, can we do that? You can go and do a parkour roll and hold momentum. Is this fake news, chat? Is this fake news? Let's see. Alright, let's try it. You can get stamina back if you animation cancel. I feel like I'm getting trolled. Yeah. Okay, how do you... Alright. Jump? No. Jump? I think I'm jumping too late. No. Oh, there. Kind of. I get all my tips and tricks from people named Junk Account. Dude, I don't know. This is fucking fake news. Let's just go look for sunflowers. She wasn't aware they were still watching her. Oh, interesting. Interesting. You literally aren't. I have 60 hours. That's a lot. You're jumping too late. Alright. I don't know. I'm jumping pretty early, bro. Let's see. Like, do I jump before he hits the charge? Jump. Oh, okay. That's what you're talking about. I was jumping way too late. That's what you're talking about, right? The animation cancel is crazy. Can I just snipe this bird out of the air? Is that something I can do? Oh, that was low-key not a bad shot. Oh, yeah. It's like half my stamina bar. Oh, it's some sheep. It's some sheep. Oh, it's a grizzly bear. I feel like the bear's gonna attack me, right? Yep. Oh, shit. He can swim. Check out Supervive. And shutting down February. Yeah, GG. I don't want to let this bear hit me. I feel like it's gonna Shrek me. Alright, I need to animation cancel. I feel like I did it, actually. When it mattered. Kiting is OP, guys. Kiting is OP. It is now. You need to animation cancel parkour roll into slide. Alright. Animation cancel parkour. How do you parkour roll? What button do you press? I didn't even know that was in the game. Did I try the daggers? No, I haven't tried daggers yet. I haven't tried daggers yet. I'm not rushing it. I'm not rushing it. Right now I'm looking for sunflowers. That's all. Oh! No, yellow hibiscus. That ain't a sunflower. Oh, shit, I missed. I don't want to get poisoned. GG, I'm poisoned. GG, man. Where are the berries? Restoring health is low-key hard in this game. Because sword is not ever worth learning the tech. How do you know that? How do you know that? There's gonna be so many patches in this game. Guys, why are we sweating so hard in Hytale? Like, I'm just playing to have fun. Oh, shit. Higher tier weapons use less stamina. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, shit. I feel like if a weapon's weaker, they're gonna patch it. Thanks for the tips, guys. Thanks for the tips. Eat up. Snack time. Oh, I like the animation's crazy. Alright. No way that didn't hit. Bro. Bro! Alright, I missed one more. Never mind, I'm not missing one more. Oh, he's shooting shit at me. I feel like I'm gonna go ranged in this game. I hope they don't ever treat it like a competitive game where they trade fun for balance. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go that direction. This game, in my eyes, is a vibe game for sure. This game is a vibe game. Like, I picture it having a lot of, like, community servers and events, like mini games. Kind of like, Trouble in Terrorist Town, or like Mafia, like those kind of games, where you go in a server, and you just vibe with people. Like Roblox. I picture this like Roblox. Why do I hear boss music? Feels like there should be a chest in here, but I guess not. Oh yeah, Terraria's been really good with updates and stuff. They've been really good. Where am I? I'm like not even that far from where I spawn. Does anyone in chat know where to find sunflowers? Anyone in chat know where to find sunflowers? Some nature blocks can be wall jumped. Hell yeah. Junk account knows the tech. Oh, it's a little piggy. Zone 1 and 3 have sunflowers. Am I in zone 1? Is this zone 1? I'm assuming this is zone 1. Junk account might need a job. Please, refrain from using that word in the chat. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for them to add custom maps to Deadlock. Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool. So technically there should be sunflowers where I am. Right? But I'm not seeing any sunflowers. You're in zone 1. Okay. Emerald Wild Seedling Woods. Let's just gather some resources, you know what I'm saying? Let's just gather some resources. I think it's close to turning on Dr. K, guys. I'm feeling Dr. K soon. How long till we find out Junk account is the Hytale dev on a burner? Dude, honestly, if I were a Hytale dev, I would probably hop in streams of, like, people just like me who are, you know, playing the game for fun. Like, I'm not a hardcore player, and I would just see, like, what their experience is like. But me, Junk account low-key sounding like a Hytale dev. Low-key sounding like a Hytale dev, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, shit. This doesn't not look like zone 1. I feel like he is, actually. Junk account, we're on to you, bro. We're on to you, yeah. Now he's out of the stream. Now he's out of the stream. That's crazy. We actually sniffed him out. Bro, how do you not know where to find sunflowers? Dude, do you see any sunflowers? Starman / Hashim, do you see any sunflowers here, bro? Oh no. We're on to him. We're on to him. Oh, while you're here, junk account, can I get a creator code? Oh, I'm talking about how junk... I see, you're being sarcastic. Junk account, do you think I could get a creator code? Yeah, I see what you mean. It actually crossed my mind that you meant it that way. Sometimes it's just hard to tell over chat. This looks like a sunflower. Yellow hibiscus. I'm getting baited. Junk account, can we up the sunflower spawn rate by 3%? Thank you. It is kind of cool that they're rare, though, I will say. It's kind of cool that they're rare. Hello, Froggy. This looks like a poisonous frog. You know how they say poisonous frogs are colorful? Actually, no, don't they say that poisonous animals, or the non-poisonous animals, are really bright? They're really bright. It's because those look the most poisonous, and the actual poisonous ones are duller. Lick the toad? I'll lick the toad for a sub. Junk account isn't Zone 2 desert. You can get a code, just email Simon. Bro is on the inside. Who is Simon? Oh, actually, wait. While you're here... Okay, I actually have something serious to talk about. So, I got 2 accounts because I had an issue at the beginning. I bought 2 accounts and I got a refund for one. But you guys disabled the wrong account. You guys disabled the wrong account. So can you do this right now, actually? Can you disable this account and then enable Krabbyman223 is the name of the other one? Because I lost my character with a ton of progress. And I specified in the original email to disable this account. He's really active on Twitter, I see. Alright, now my inventory's full and we don't have a fucking sunflower. We don't have a fucking sunflower. Guys, are we sure sunflowers exist? Junk account, let me... If you can fix that right now... you're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. Because I had a lot of progress on that other character. And he lost all of his inventory. But if you're going to do it, let me know, because I want to put this stuff away first before you disable this account midstream. Oh yeah, I haven't even looked into the Twitter. That's cool. Oh, are those sunflowers? I feel like sunflowers should be tall. I'm not a dev, I'm an autistic Java coder, and game dev has followed every single Hytale update since 2018. Holy shista. That's a lot. That's one thing you wouldn't get if it was backed by a big studio. That's true. Oh, I think that's a sunflower, guys. Wait, I actually think that's a sunflower. Yo, let's get some W's in the chat for a sunflower. Let's fucking go. I need to kill these black wolves first, though. I'm surprised you only have 60 hours if you've been following since 2018. I feel like you'd have more than that. Dude, these wolves are tanky. Whoa, what was that noise? These sunflowers had better be useful? Dude, it's just for aesthetics. Oh shit, he's fast too. Oh no. Nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Sunflower! Let's fucking go. I have class, brother. Adult responsibilities. Nice, have a good class. We just need the indie and AA scene to keep making these games for last gen and earlier hardware. Use your bow special? Is there a bow special? Q? I'm pressing Q, nothing's happening. What is the bow special? I can block, but I press Q and nothing happens. Alright. Wait. Alright, what are we getting rid of? Brown common mushroom. Nice, 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 nice. Beautiful. Oh, and there are hella sunflowers. It's sunflower heaven. It's sunflower heaven. A little gold sound when you last hit those mobs would really help with the dopamine. Yeah, dude, you're right. Maybe I should, like, vibe code a mod. A local client-side mod that does that. That'd be really funny. That'd be... You know what? I'm kind of feeling it. Let me pull up the sound. Let me pull up the sound. I kind of need a little hit. You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm taking a stack. Holy shit. You guys think this is a joke, but there's like, I can feel it in my brainstem. I can feel brainstem activation right now. Holy shit. Large satyr down. You guys think I'm not joking. Ching. That's that good shit. That's that good shit. 10-hour loop of Dota gold sound for sleep. Bro, that's so funny. The fens. One more thing, your ulti is different for every weapon type. You get ult charge? What? Where's the ult charge meter? Where's the ult charge meter? Does anybody know where that is? I don't see a meter. How many hours do I have in Dota? 10,000. About. A little less than 10,000. Oh my god. Alright, it's getting too much. It's getting too much. Too much dopamine. Alright, let's go back. Where are we? Where's our spawn point? I'm lost. Oh, here it is. Okay. Forgotten Temple Gateway. Let's go there. Interspersed with random Cordero lines. Or just random hero voice lines. Just play it all day. Exposure therapy for Dota addiction. Dude, that's real. That's real. When did I start playing Dota? 2012. I was young. I was 12 years old. I was 12 years old. So it's deep in me. It's deep in me. This is a cool biome. What is that? That plant looks pretty cool. I could low-key use some of this in my rooftop garden. What do you guys think? Storm Thistle? Yo! This is pretty. This is pretty. Don't mind if I do. I'll take some Storm Thistles. Look at me now, guys. A few months ago, I was sweating and calling people slurs in Dota 2 as I, like, mentally dominated people, and now I'm appreciating the Storm Thistle on the side of the hill. Now I'm appreciating the Storm Thistle on the side of the hill in Hytale. Another thistle? Don't mind if I do. Another thistle? Don't mind if I do. $40,000 hours is the same as working full-time for 20 years. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a lot. 10,000 hours is a lot, bro. It's kind of disturbing to think about. And the crazy thing is, in, like, my circles in Dota, like, 10,000 is not a lot. It's not a lot. Like, in my old ranked lobbies, you'd click on some of these people's profiles, and it's, like, 15,000 hours, you know? Or, like, or more. Something about mining in this game really hits the spot. It's not too terrible if you're happy with your life. Yeah. I mean, I'm not, like, I go back and forth about this a lot, and I'm not saying, like, I regret all the time I spent in Dota, but god damn, guys. Can you imagine if I spent those 10,000 hours on something else? Anything else, man, besides a video game. And I'm not saying, like, I regret it, because I don't think that I would be here right now if I hadn't played Dota, so that's not what I'm saying. But just like one for one, if you spent 10,000 hours in any other thing, like, you're just the GOAT. But again, you can't really make that comparison because, like, Dota's fun, right? So, what is that noise? Oh, that's my alt meter. Oh, now I'm in specialing. Oh, shit. Wait, that was kind of clean. I get it. That noise was my ult meter. But, yeah, I mean, there's just so many instances of Dota, like, intangibly taking away from me doing normal human things in life. Oh, shit. What is this? Like, for example, Dota is so dank as a thing that it makes me not want to date. Because I'd literally rather play Dota than, like, go out on a date with a girl. There are mine shafts in this game, I guess. Dude, since I started only playing one game a day, my productivity has skyrocketed. Nice, bro. Good stuff. I mean, it's real. Everyone says that. Everyone says that. We're on the top of the mountain. This mountain is symbolic. This mountain is symbolic. This is not the global maximum, but this is for sure a local maximum, chat. We're celebrating our accomplishments thus far. But there's still a long way to climb. But the thing is, how do you limit yourself to one game? Is there any objective in this game? Yeah, there are objectives. Yeah, that's the hard part. I can't really do that. I can't really limit myself to one game. But, I mean, some people can, right? Some people can. Alright. If 4 people in chat press 1, I will transition to Dr. K right now. And if 4 people in chat press 2, I'll keep playing Hytale for, I don't know, 15 to 30 minutes. And if 4 people don't press any button, then I'll just decide. We have 1, 2. What if you had a bad game or your pause 5 lines going Midas? I'm not pressing anything. That's based. It's based to let the streamer do what he wants to do. I'm not a part of the system. If you're not a part of the system, press 3. If you're not a part of the system, press 3. Now you're part of this system. Do what you want. Yeah, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm doing this just to like see what people think. It's like a little vibe check, little poll. And it seems like people are indifferent. Well, screw you, crabs. Welcome to Krabby Industries. Welcome to Krabby Industries. Oh no, I'm not getting the life. Wait, this is such an L. How much life essence have I missed? Do you answer Dota questions? I answer one Dota question for one sub. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll answer a Dota question if you want. I'll answer a Dota question. Hi, Fox. Hey, Will Fox. I think you should go Roche. Oh, shit. Yo, they're Roshing, guys. Yo, guys, get to the pit. Can we get a ward down? Can we get a ward down? Yo, Wind Ranger, power shot the pit. Power shot the pit. I'm coming. I'm going for the snatch. I have BKB. I'm ulting. I'm ulting. How can I fix my 5k comm score and behavior? Alright, first of all, you're a fucking animal for having that. And it's not something that... I'm not saying you're like this. This is more of a PSA to chat, but a lot of people in my Discord like brag about having a low behavior score, and I don't think it's anything to brag about. I think it's kind of, it's bad. But the way to fix it is just literally just don't talk. Just don't talk. Don't talk and mute everybody who pisses you off. That's how to do it. Any questions? And play well. If you play well, people will commend you. Apple. Yeah, it's hard to get it back up. It takes time. It takes time. It's very slow. My comm score dropped because I went through a really bad phase where I was playing turbo and taking it extremely seriously and dropping slurs. And then my comm score dropped to like 8k, and it took me like 3 months of playing a lot to get it back up. Let's cook the copper. I'm gonna be right back, guys. When he leaves, the viewership skyrockets? That's not true. What is he doing? But it must be sus. It was hella sus, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, positive comms are a skill. Positive comms are a skill. His character looks like a crab. I guess the orange does. Alright. It's time for Dr. K. There's a Dr. K video I wanted to watch. I'm gonna change Twitch title. It was just 7 viewers before you came back. Maybe if I AFK, it'll just like keep going up. I try not to look at the view count though. I find that the day of the week matters. Like the viewership is always much lower early in the week. And then it goes up like on the weekends. Is there an objective in this game? It's kind of like Minecraft, but RPG. Like, the objective is to explore and become powerful and fight bosses and vibe. Okay. I'm gonna change Twitch title. To just chatting. I'll change YouTube title too. You never know. I'll change YouTube title too. Krabs, if you make it, will you be on Dr. K? Yes, bro. I actually reapplied to Dr. K like a few nights ago. I've applied twice now. Yeah, I also want to see Mason with Dr. K. Alright, let me transition. But yeah, I would go on Dr. K, no hezzy, bro. No hezzy. Mason in a straight jacket with Dr. K. Yeah. Alright.
But
so
a lot of people...
This video... Hold on. That one Dota streamer who's crazy and plays Disruptor all the time? I have no idea who that is. The funny guy? Blitz Spanks? Stop trying to work harder.
I think that career advice is about doing the right thing, networking, resumes, stuff like that. The most important thing that will hold you back in your career is yourself. I'm not like my dad.
Fully based. Nah, he's right though. He's right. I fully believe that the only thing standing in your way, yes, you, between you and like basically 99% of what you want to do is yourself. Like, I think you hold yourself back more than anything else holds you back.
Dad who wakes up and makes all the right choices and grinds. I'm weak on the inside. Does that mean I'm screwed? We're sold on the promise of a career and then find ourselves like in a dead-end job with no way of getting out of this mess. So like things are becoming really difficult. I went to a career counselor. I feel weak within me. I destroyed my career by not doing what I wanted. Okay, tell me more about it. I've been a person who posted various memes and shit posts here. Thank you so much. And you guys were awesome to reply to my weird memes. Thanks for your support. I went to a career counselor and he helped me figure out my future options.
Slacks?
He also understood and praised me.
You're talking about Slacks? No, I think Slacks is actually like very healthy. Like he seems to have a, I think he has a kid and stuff, right? He has a family. I think that would be chill. I think Slacks is pretty tame, to be honest. I think Mason would be way more interesting.
Me to go through my mental fatigue, or should I say my mental construct. So interesting. He told me about my sensitivity, and I know that. I'm aware. The last thing I realized going to him, I hate myself for not being my father. Let me explain. My father is someone who you will consider an ideal caretaker, knows everything, deals with everything, and suffers and protects. That's all good, and I want to be like him. The problem is I feel weak. His choice of career, his choice on dealing with life, with problems are really effective, strong, and willpower, endurance focused. I feel weak. I feel incompetent in my choices. I feel like I'm just being ragdolled by life. While he and my other siblings choose what they do because they are strong and they move ahead. I don't know whether he feels the same. I will say this version of him is a projection of judgment of my mind onto my choices because he is really loving and wants me to progress anyhow, no pressure. I know I can't remove sensitivity or anything, but at least I don't want to feel ashamed of myself every time. I feel once I really grind on my career, as I've already lost it, but if I make it good, then maybe I won't be ashamed and me a strong person in myself. But I don't know whether it will help or not. It's not about father or family. It's about feeling weak from within, all the choices, all the reactions, not wanting to be in this world and everything. Okay, so if you're someone who struggles with your career because you are not good enough,
This might not be the video. This might not. I don't know if I'm gonna really relate to this video at all, or like I'm interested in this.
right? Because there are
Because I am somebody who like I am not afraid of like changing my career, like trying shit. Right. In San Francisco, I was a part of Men's Circle. What is a men's circle? What is that? It really helped me work through my issues. We met around a bonfire at a beach weekly. Interesting. Is that like group therapy without a therapist? Is that what that is? That sounds cool.
other people out there who wake up and they love the grind set. Like I'm a grind. I'm gonna do good. I'm gonna do great. It's
Probably
gonna
met some friends through that, huh?
be awesome. I wake up and I feel like working. Like, that's just not me. I'm weak. I'm not like these people. See, we have this idea that there are certain things, certain qualities that make us successful in careers. And we have lots of like scientific research to back this up. So I love this paper.
Interesting.
Right? So
I think what he said is true. There are certain qualities that predict success in careers. And one of those qualities that I think he's going to bring up is conscientiousness. Conscientiousness is how thorough you are as a person. So a really good litmus test for if you're conscientious is how well do you do the dishes? How well do you do the dishes? Like, do you do them diligently and do you scrub them a lot, or do you like leave some stains on them like a dirty little piggy? And if you're closer to the latter, then you're not very conscientious. And conscientiousness, I'm sure he's going to talk about this. Dishwasher. That's true. I don't have a dishwasher, so I'm like biased. But still, I bet that if you like leave a bunch of shit on the plate and you put it in the dishwasher, you're not conscientious. Cause all the most conscientious people I know, like scrub that shit clean before putting it in the dishwasher. For the most part. But this is part. I hope he talks about this. This is part of the Big 5 personality test. Do you guys know what that is? It's the ocean. And that personality test is one of the most research backed. This is some crabby lore. Back when I worked in Corpo, I gave a presentation to my team about the Ocean Big 5 personality test and how it relates to sales. It was really based. My manager like asked me to do it. It was really cool. So I'm aware of this subject.
if you're struggling with your career, we have papers like this: Personality Traits and Career Satisfaction of Healthcare Professionals. Okay? 2 traits that were particularly strong among healthcare workers were also significantly correlated with career satisfaction: work drive and conscientious.
Yo, just call me Dr. Crab. Just call me Dr. Crab at this point. You know, sometimes I get intrusive thoughts that I should just become Dr. K. That I should just, like, go to school and become a psychologist and then, like, make content about psychology. But that's a lot of school, and I don't really want to, like, do that. Because that's a lot. Work drive and conscientiousness.
So we have a lot
So you're either conscientious or a psychopath. You're probably conscientious, Tulips. I bet you're very conscientious. So according to you, yes.
of research that tells us that if you want to be successful in your career, there are certain personality traits.
You can just become a counselor. You don't need the full degree. I don't know. I feel like if I went that route, I'd want to go all in.
Like, you have to be conscientious. What does conscientiousness mean? It means that when you have a goal, you work consistently towards it. You have to be a hard worker. That's what it takes to be successful. Now, the problem is many of us, myself included, were born with low conscientiousness.
Yes.
So what
This is why I love Dr. K. Dr. K is one of us. Dr. K is one of us. I have low conscientiousness, I think, naturally. Unfortunately. That's not what conscientiousness means. I think you can extrapolate the actual definition, which is what I said, and translate it to what he said. It's like, it's how thoroughly you do things. So how thoroughly are you going to do the work required to get you to your goal? Right? It's the same thing as what I said.
What happens if you don't have the traits that are necessary for succeeding in a career? Because there's all this research about like people who work hard and people who wake up every day and are grinding. They're the ones that are successful. I'm not like them. I'm a weak person. I'm not like my dad who wakes up and makes all the right choices and grinds. I'm weak on the inside. Does that mean I'm screwed? And that's where thankfully the answer is no. And there's more research that we can get into because I've worked with a ton of people who are lazy like I am. And we discover ways for them to succeed in their careers, especially in the world.
What do I do other than streaming? I coach Dota. I make YouTube videos. I make TikToks. Yeah.
Live in right now where things are hard, jobs are being replaced by AI, people are getting underpaid. We're sold on the promise of a career and then find ourselves like in a dead-end job with no way of getting out of this mess. So like things are becoming really difficult. And so part of the reason that we started this career coaching program, we have a career coaching program at HG, and we started it. And the reason that we're successful with it is because we discovered something really important. A lot of people think that career advice is about doing the right thing, networking, resumes, stuff like that.
You'll get better at it over time.
The most important thing that will hold you back in your career is yourself. The way that you deal with your internal self. What judgments do you make about yourself? What are your hang-ups? What are the things that you're trying to prove to everybody around you that causes you to choose things? In my case, it was, I'm going to be a doctor because doctors are great and they get respect. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be the best doctor. I'm going to go to Harvard, and then I will walk into the room and I will be the sexiest MF in the room. Everyone will be like, wow. Look at that guy. He went to Harvard. And what did I end up doing? Promptly ended up fucking failing a bunch of classes because everything was ego-driven. If you want to succeed in your career, you have to understand yourself. So here's what I mean by that. So we live in a weird society right now because success in your career, let's say, used to be 50% internal and 50% external. Like this person said, it comes down to luck, circumstances, connections. I think the Indian accent right? So success in a career, you got to work on yourself. And you got to work the system. So there's something weird going on right now, which is that the world is getting worse, which means that the external forces that are determining your career success are actually growing. Like the economy sucks, okay? There's inflation, there's AI, there's all kinds of problems. So what I'm noticing for the people that we work with is that the world is getting harder to succeed in. Do you agree or you disagree?
I agree with that. I think that's pretty true.
Okay, what do y'all think? So if the world is getting to
in general
be a harder place, there's less you can do about it, okay?
But I also don't think it's good to focus on. And I don't think it's as drastic as people think. Like, I don't think it's that much harder, but I do think it's like maybe a little bit harder.
Right? Because things are just so hard, like it's so challenging. There's less you can do about it. So here's the really crazy thing. The less you can do about it, the more important it is to do. So interestingly enough, I think you guys should be investing more over here because this is really the only thing that you can control. This is the real thing that you can optimize.
That's true.
When the world is stacked.
Dude, this is demon mode in Dota, bro. This is literally demon mode in Dota. You need to only focus on what you can control, which is yourself, not your teammates.
Against you, you need to be 100%. Like, you can't afford to be anything less than 100% internally. This needs to be optimized to 100% because this certainly ain't working in your favor. So interestingly enough, the harder that the external world has become, the more important it is to fix yourself. Now, that may sound, once again, insane.
Interesting. I like this video. This is very true.
But let me show you all the converse. Let's say that I'm alive in the 60s. So in the 60s, the path to success is go to college, do a bunch of psychedelics, waltz into an investment bank, get a job before everything became so optimized and financially like scary or whatever, right? I could buy a house for like $65,000 a year, support a family of 4 here in the United States with a single income with like maybe a bachelor's degree, and it was like totally fine.
That's crazy to me that that's how life used to be. That you could just like coast by and have an extremely mediocre job and just like buy a house and have a family of 4 and be comfortable. Like, holy shit. That was peak America. That was peak America. It's not like that anymore.
get promoted because everything's easy. When the world used to be easier, people didn't have to internally work on themselves. They could just fucking slide into a successful job.
Bro, this is so true. This is making me kind of sad. This is making me kind of sad. Cause like, he's totally right. Like, if we were alive 100 years ago, like, you could just vibe out without working hard, pretty much, is like what he's saying. But now you have to work hard to get like things that were basic back then.
They could fall into a successful job, which is why we get such terrible advice from some boomers. The boomers are like, just put yourself out there. They didn't need to do any of this silly emotional work and understanding yourself and all this like stuff that these youngins do nowadays. You don't need to do any of that in my day. We had to walk 6 miles in the snow, and then we graduated from college and we landed ourselves a vice presidential job at an electrical engineering company. That's just how it worked back in the day. You just apply yourself. You just show up. You show that you have some grit by showing up, and then you show up, and then you show up, and people just give you piles
Why? This bit has lasted so long.
of money. That's all it took. Kids nowadays don't know how to show up. That's their problem. Changing your life isn't easy.
That's their problem. These kids don't know how to show up.
Was like easier, right? And I think we have good objective indicators of this. Things like first, the housing price index compared to median income, the value of a degree, how much a degree improves your earning power. There's so many strong economic indicators that this is not
His accents are fire.
just someone catering to the millennials and Gen Z, like I'm trying to like get views and like, click, and subscribe, or whatever the fuck people on YouTube say. Like this is real. That's just how it worked back then. So interestingly enough, the easier the world is, the less you have to do, right? And this is where it's like, when I'm playing the tutorial of a video game, I don't need to have all of my moves polished because what I'm up against is not difficult. And now the problem is that the world that we're up against is very difficult, is stacked against us.
Yeah.
This is why it is incredibly important
I think he practices these accents. Oh, faux show. Faux show.
that you optimize yourself, because the world certainly ain't coming banging down your door and being like, oh, please come to our AI startup and we will pay you. I'm Meta, and we are going to pay $1 billion to AI engineers. Please come and work with us and we'll pay you $100 million a year. Please, sir, come. Please. No one's doing that, right? Meta's doing it with AI engineers, but you have to be one of those people in order to get that. And I hear that they're also scaling back. You guys get what I'm saying? So question becomes, how do you work on yourself, right? What do you do? Now,
That's such an interesting take that he's saying. Like, I've never heard it phrased like this before, where the world is harder, so it requires more self-improvement to succeed in. That's really interesting. That's really interesting.
here's the big problem, is that most of the advice that we get is like kind of generic. It assumes a certain kind of personality. And this is why I love being alive today, because we have this cool thing called science. And if we look at science, science will give us answers about how to succeed in the career place. And I've seen this when I do my own coaching with my clients and in the patients I work with. We're going to go, now things are going to get a bit technical. Okay, so strap yourselves in. I'm going to make it as accessible as possible. The main research aim was to explore at a detailed level relationships between enduring personal characteristics and a resilient approach to work and career. Very similar to this other paper, but they dug deeper. And when you dig deeper, you discover something really interesting. Okay? In order to have a positive career experience and success, you need a resilient approach to work and career.
That's true.
Be resilient, then you will succeed. But what does this mean? This means that there are situational influences. Great, we talked about this, right? These are external circumstances, how lucky you are. And there are stable attributes. These two things, there's internal stuff, there's external stuff. If you develop it in the right way, you will be resilient, and then that'll lead to success. So now let's dig a little bit deeper. What does resilience actually mean? So these are the 4 things that lead to being resilient. Organization and career satisfaction, how satisfied you are with
Ocean. Openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. That's Ocean. And the whole bit with these, I've never seen critical thinking included, is that these don't really change. Like, you have set levels of all of these and they don't really change. It's super interesting.
organization that you work for, and how satisfied you are with your career, how involved you are, job satisfaction and workplace pressure, how much pressure you're under, and career planning. Now, here's the really cool thing. They looked at various personality attributes like neuroticism, extroversion, openness, agreeableness, critical thinking, conscientiousness. We look at this paper. This paper says conscientiousness good, everything else bad. This paper goes a little bit deeper.
Everything else
okay,
bad?
So now
Everything else bad is crazy.
conscientiousness good, everything else bad. This paper goes a
That
little...
actually makes sense. Neuroticism is generally bad. Neuroticism is your sensitivity to negative emotions. Like, BSJ is very neurotic. Because, like, one teammate will say something to him and he'll just get tilted. And, like, it'll ruin his whole stream. That's neuroticism. I don't think extroversion is bad, though. Or openness. Maybe, like, really, really high openness is bad. I can see how really high agreeableness would be bad. I'm not agreeing with anyone. Yeah.
little bit deeper. Okay, so now this is what's really, really, really cool. Okay, result.
Agreeableness is more like, I mean, it is like literally agreeing, but it's also how likely you are to let something slide. Let something slide. Critical thinking, when they were saying everything else is bad, they didn't think about critical thinking. Because they were talking about Ocean, I'm pretty sure. And critical thinking is not a part of Ocean. So I think Dr. K didn't explain that super well.
Goes a little bit deeper. Okay, so now this is what's really, really, really cool. Okay.
Oh shit, it's really, really, really cool, chat. Really cool.
For regression of organization and career satisfaction. This is that first box, okay? This is this box over here. So now what this study is basically looking at is how do these things affect these four boxes? And now we're going to discover something really cool. One of these is not better than all of the others. All of these are useful if you know how to use them properly.
Sheesh.
And that's what the study shows.
That's a
if you're
good take.
neurotic and not
Now
conscientious,
that's a good take. If you're neurotic and not conscientious, you're fucked.
that's actually okay. You just need to play to your strengths. Organization and career satisfaction indicated that age was a significant predictor. So lesson number one we need to learn. If you are unhappy in your career and you are 24 years old or 22 years old or 31 years old, as you give it more time, your satisfaction will improve. But that's not something that's actionable. It just means don't lose hope, okay? So assertiveness, so how assertive you are. Aesthetic appreciation negatively correlates. Straightforwardness,
What?
don't mess around. And impulsiveness, okay? So even being impulsive can lead to career satisfaction. So career and job involvement involve that.
So this is like anything can lead to career satisfaction if you know how to use it. Now let's talk about how to use the traits.
Achievement, striving, significantly predicted career and job involvement. This makes a lot of sense, right? So achievement, striving. So trying to be good, okay? As did openness to ideas, being open-minded. So this is cool, y'all. I want to.
What if you became Dr. Krabby? Dude, I think about that. I think about literally going to school and getting a PhD in psychology and becoming Dr. Krabby. That is intrusive thoughts that are currently intrusive. I think about that.
pause for a second and like really help y'all. I want this to dig in, sink in. This isn't just the hardest working people. What this means is that there are certain attributes, like being open-minded, being impulsive. Both of these things have actually been shown to improve resilience when they are used in the right way. Okay, let's keep going.
Get to the
Regression for
sauce.
job satisfaction and workplace pressure. Hostility significantly predicted. Job satisfaction and workplace pressure in the negative. This is a negative number.
Hostility.
So more hostile means less things. And here's the other really interesting thing, not surprising at all. The more imaginative you are, the less likely you are to be satisfied with your job, right? Because it's
Interesting.
like, hey, we could be doing it so many different ways.
Yeah.
I'm not a bot. I can think of a better
not
way
a
to do
bot.
it. Now, here's what's really interesting. Career
That
planning.
was me at my old corporate job. It always pissed me off, like, how they did things. I feel like they could have been doing things so much better. But I was a grunt, so I didn't have any say.
Age significantly predicted career planning. Achievement striving predicted it. Straightforwardness doesn't predict it, which is interesting. Openness to ideas predicts it in a positive way here. Imagination, less so. Okay? So, what does this mean? I know this is a bit complicated. I'm gonna
Probably
try to
why I like you. Yeah,
simplify it
maybe.
for y'all. So, if you're struggling to
Us
find...
imaginators gotta stick together. We gotta stick together.
success in your career, there are a couple things you need to understand. There's external stuff that you can do. You can network, you can work on your resume, all that kind of stuff. What we found in career coaching, which is probably our most successful program to date, it started off pretty slow. All the spots didn't fill up when we got it 3 or 4 years ago.
The Dota Club podcast is very imaginative. Yeah, it was. When Pine and I talk, we cook like good ideas together.
But every year we're adding more and more spots because the demand for it is huge and it works really well. And what we learned is that, first of all, you have to work on yourself, your own internal issues. As you get better as a human being, your career progress will improve, especially in today's world. Today's world is one that will take advantage of you. Today's world is one that will mismeasure you, will measure you, will say that we're going to give you a promotion and then not give you a promotion, where you're trying to make your boss happy, your boss is taking advantage of you. It sucks out there. So you need to be internally strong. Now, what I've seen as a psychiatrist is that there are some things which, if you have, like if you're a hardworking person, that may lead to career success. But in today's world, if you're a hardworking person, that may lead you to just get taken advantage of. I see this. I had a patient who worked in investment banking. And this patient was a superstar. So interestingly enough, went to a community college, didn't go to a super fancy college, worked really hard, was in the military, went to college afterward, finished at a community college, did an interview at an investment bank, like a mid-tier investment bank, and absolutely knocked it out of the park and did really, really well. Was hardworking, ended up moving to a different investment bank, ended up moving to a third investment bank. That happens in investment banking. And so he was at a top tier investment bank, one of the best out there, does billion-dollar deals with huge companies that y'all have heard of. And so as he started to work harder and harder and harder, he started to run into problems because his boss realized he's a workhorse.
I think extroversion
and
helps
as
a
long
lot.
as this person is
Extroversion
underneath me
for sure.
and doing my work, I will get a lot of reward.
Part of
and
that,
one day he even took
I think you're disagreeable too, it sounds like. Like speaking out is a disagreeable thing.
him aside and he said, "You're going to make me a lot of money on board. And one day,
Wait, what is this?
my work, I will get a lot of reward." And one day he even took him aside and he said, "You're going to make me a lot of money on this deal." That's like literally what his boss told him, like to his face. Can y'all imagine that? So we say conscientiousness
It's his
works.
cut of the pie.
It does, but only up until a point. All of your personality attributes, whether you're neurotic, whether you're conscientiousness, it doesn't matter. These can help you or hurt you. You have to understand the hand that you're dealt. Being dealt a 2 of hearts and a 4 of hearts in Texas Hold'em poker is actually not a bad hand. It's a 2 and a 4. They're weird, but you've got flush opportunities. You've got straight opportunities. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
I like
there,
where
right?
this is
You just
going.
have to know. It's
now,
not as
I
simple.
hope selfishly that he talks about like how to use all the attributes, because I will think about how that relates to me.
As these attributes are successful, these attributes are not successful. So we talked a little bit about how conscientiousness and a tendency towards hard work can actually get you in trouble. I've had plenty of patients who work really hard and just get taken advantage of, do plenty of work that is not compensated or appreciated. They do a lot of extra, burn themselves out. So if you're someone who works really, really, really hard, what I want you to think about, ask yourself one question: what is the ROI of my effort? What is the return on my investment? What do I get when I work hard? How much of this is truly appreciated? Another one that
This is not relevant to me. I'm naturally not a hard worker, so I could benefit from hard work.
lot of trouble with neuroticism. So we tend to think about neuroticism, which is the tendency to see problems as a negative characteristic. So people who are high on neuroticism have more anxiety, they have more paranoia, life is harder. But neuroticism is very important for predicting problems. So people who end up as doctors they're high on neuroticism.
That's interesting.
And they're high on
Doctors have high
conscientiousness.
neuroticism.
So
Yep, that
when
makes
I
sense.
am afraid I'm going to fail, even when I've studied so much and I sit at home on a Friday night and I study extra because I'm paranoid and I'm anxious that I'm going to fail, that's who ends up with a 4.0 GPA. Instead of partying with my friends, I'm sitting at home studying even though I studied
think I'm
enough.
pretty
So the
neurotic.
key thing about
Yeah. It's a weird thing to admit. Because neuroticism is like one of the traits that's like strict. It's like very binary. Like it's pretty strictly bad. Low com score Dota neurotic. Yeah. And I know people very, very low on neuroticism are just like always vibing. Like they're never in a bad mood. But people who are neurotic, like they can be moody. They're moody.
Neuroticism is you need some degree of emotional regulation to not let the neuroticism take control of you. So the way that you should treat it is, this is my mind telling me that there are particular problems that I could encounter. Let me think about what those problems are. Let me make a plan to deal with those problems. I'm going to do that stuff, and then I am done. That is what healthy neuroticism looks like. It's considering problems and then implementing plans to fix them. And then sometimes it gets to be a bit too much. But oftentimes what happens is that's not how we deal with neuroticism. We try to shut it down. We try to distract it, etc. Now, agreeableness is another really, really interesting one. So this is a good example of something that...
It is useful to be aware of these things. Yeah. Because if you're neurotic and your mind is getting like lost in the sauce, you can just like take a mental step back and you can say, oh, this is just like my neuroticism.
Is both good and bad. It is not like good, interesting ones. Shut it down, we try to distract it, etc. Now, agreeableness is another really, really interesting one. So this is a good example of something that is both good and bad. It is not like good, it's both, depending on how you use it. So people who are highly agreeable are likely to agree with other people. So it's like, okay, if you want to do it that way, that's totally fine with me. So agreeableness is one of these things that if you're too agreeable, you'll get taken advantage of. And if you're not agreeable enough, people will dislike working with you. And so it's real.
The learning about this stuff is kind of a black pill in a way. What I mean by that is like, you can't change it. That's the whole point. Or like, it's very hard to change. So you can do things to manage neuroticism, but it's very hard to like become less neurotic. But what you can do is like, you have a natural level of neuroticism. And then if you like work to counter it, then your expressed number of neuroticism can change. Yep. I ain't agreeing with anyone.
About
You know, I bet a lot of you in chat are disagreeable. That's my guess. Or like not agreeable.
Understanding what are the ways that you are not agreeable, and then thinking about how can I implement these kinds of things in a positive way. So I'll give you all an example. If you don't like the way that your manager does something, totally makes sense, right? They're doing something wrong. You have to be a little bit careful about it, but oftentimes companies reward people who want to improve things. Yeah. So just because you don't want to do it your manager's way, there's a certain amount of skill set to voicing your concerns. You always want to tie things back to ROI. So if you're advocating for change in a system, this is where I see so many like posts on the internet and things like that, and people complaining in real life. Stuff at my job sucks. And I tried to tell them it sucks, and then I got fired for it. My manager is power tripping, has ego
The hard
issues.
part about that is you need a lot of tact and charisma to like actually make your disagreeableness a weapon.
But what they're doing is terrible. And that's where, depending on
how you guys suck and let's do it my way. Yep, that'll do it.
How you do it, there's a certain finesse. This is something that can get you punished or something that can get you rewarded. So if you see a problem at work, first of all, tie things to ROI. Don't blame people for it. Don't get angry about it. Go to your boss and say, hey, I noticed that you do things a certain way. Would you be open to talking about a slight change? I had a thought. So be deferential.
That's tactful.
Right? I had a thought. What do you think about it? Right? So this is where like oftentimes we get really, really bent out of shape and we want to do things a particular way. And then we go to people and we're like, ah. And that's what happens with low agreeableness.
My ROI
with low agreeableness, you have no patience for other people's idiocy. And so you have to learn how to tone that down a little bit. But that low agreeableness is giving you a path towards improving things at the workplace. That's what's beautiful about it. Okay? Conscientiousness we talked about, neuroticism we talked about, agreeableness we talked about. This is what's really cool. Extroversion and openness. Okay? So first thing is openness is super cool. So I don't know if y'all remember, but openness, for some of these factors, it improved things. For some of these factors, I think it may have made...
I think openness is really, really, really important for certain careers, and like it can be very detrimental in others. Like for what I'm doing, I think openness is extremely important. Like I need to experiment so often. ROI on Dota 2? Oh, that shit is striking all-time low numbers, my dude. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Or an interesting way to think about it. But, you know, it does give people, like, fun. So the calculation there is, like, is the fun worth the time and, like, everything else it does, you know? For me, it was not. But for some people, it is.
Them worse, that's really important to understand. So openness is being open to new things, being open to thinking about things differently, receiving new information, trying things differently. And generally speaking, when we're more open, we tend to be happier. So if you're someone who has super low openness, you should really think about, okay, how can I see this differently? Really work on your cognitive flexibility. My mind is producing things in this particular way. How can I think about it differently? And generally speaking, the more open we are, the more flexible we are,
Openness
the more
can be clutch.
satisfied we will be with our job. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that your job is better or worse. It is just, I don't know if this makes sense. People who are open are willing to consider perspectives that are not their own. And what I see as a psychiatrist is when people get really stuck
I
in their
can't be
own
friends
head,
with people who are low openness. I just cannot. I'm very high openness.
oh, this is the way that my work is, and this is the way that my job is, and it's terrible, and it's terrible, and it's terrible. They don't have any flexibility around that, and they just suffer as a result. So people who are
Yeah.
low openness tend to suffer
Honestly,
a lot
low
because they
openness is fucking cringe.
can't. Once they get a bad taste in their
sorry.
mouth or the bad thought in their head,
Low
they have a lot
openness is so cringe.
of difficulty getting out of it. Last one is extroversion. So this is where another one of those things where a lot of papers will say the more extroverted you are, the more successful you will be in the workplace. That is both true and untrue. So there are some studies that work at a very high level will say extroversion is good in the workplace. Generally speaking, that's true
Yeah.
because what matters in the workplace is not that you're an extrovert.
I can't be
is that
friends
you
with low
form
openness
relationships. And extroverts are like social butterflies. They like to come over here and
That's
they
a
like
good
to talk
distinction. There's a difference between being extroverted and forming relationships. You can form relationships as an introvert.
to you for 5 minutes and then go over there and talk over there for 5 minutes. I'm seeing a lot of this, especially with extroverted managers who are advocating for return to office after remote work because they hate being on Zoom. They don't get the extrovert energy that they really, really, really love. Now, here's the key thing to understand. Relationships are important to advance at work, but you don't need to be an extrovert to have a
a good
relationship.
distinction.
In fact, oftentimes introverts love relationships. Introverts love 3 hours with one person where we're diving deep into one particular topic. It's not that you have to be an extrovert. It is that even an introverted relationship,
Extroverted narcissists are the opposite. They'll talk a lot, but don't actually care about forming a relationship. Oh, bro, that's true. That's true. That's like psychopath. Those people are like psychopaths. But I know some people like that, actually. Like, they just talk to hear themselves talk. Those type of people are the worst. They talk to, like you can tell with those kind of people, as they're talking, they're getting energy from just hearing themselves talk. And then you'll say something, and then they'll not even respond to it. They'll just keep talking about whatever the fuck they want to talk about.
I think the best networking that happens between introverts. And the kind of stuff that a lot of
Interesting.
people are
That's kinda
terrified
true.
of if you're an introvert is
Because
exactly
introverts form those like strong connections, you know. We go beyond the small talk.
what we excel at. Like the boss wants to play a round of golf, you should absolutely go with them. I mean, if you can't play golf, it's a different story.
Inflated self-importance. They think the shit you are saying is so important, it's blowing your mind. Yeah. It's like they're thinking only about their next thought. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But that one-on-one time, which can be intimidating at first, that's where introverts actually shine. It's not that we want to be isolated. It's that we get sensory stimulus overload. So when we're at a party, we hate it. When we're at a mixer, we hate it, right? So this is something that I find is very helpful. So you have some mixer. We've got some extrovert who's like, ha ha ha, oh man, like that's so funny. Like we're gonna do karaoke.
Is Dr. K an introvert? I feel like he is because he said we. He said we.
And like, oh, and you're like, oh my God, not this shit again. I don't want to do karaoke, right? So you can do something really cool. After the party's over, next day, go talk to your boss and be like, hey, you know, it was cool going to the party. We didn't really get a chance to talk very much. I was
Yeah,
wondering
it's a
if you
spectrum. You're probably in the middle. I'm pretty in the middle. I'm very in the middle. Extroversion versus introverted.
wanted to grab coffee sometime. I'd love to just catch up. Create introverted experiences.
Like, I think I'm really extroverted. However, I feel like the sensory overload thing he talks about. Like, if I'm in a really loud restaurant where the tables are really close together and there's music playing, like the talking, it just like it distracts me. Like I get like sensory overload kind of, which is weird. But I like parties. I don't know. Krabby karaoke stream when? We've done karaoke streams. There are karaoke portions of streams. When I pull up Yebba's Heartbreak. Yeah. I don't like loud restaurants and bars. I don't get it. Some people do. Or like it doesn't bother some people. But it really bothers me. It really bothers me. You're an extrovert, right? I'm in the middle, I think. I'm in the middle for sure. I think I have a strong extroverted side and a strong introverted side. I literally think I'm like smack dab in the middle. Maybe a little more E or I depending on like how socialized I am. What do I think my viewers are? I mean, considering multiple people are agreeing with me about hating that loud shit, I think that there are a lot of introverts in my chat generally. Also, I think there's a big selection bias for people being in chat and being introverted for sure. I'll straight up bring earplugs. Yeah, that's a good move. That's a good move. I do that to like clubs and concerts, but low-key doing that to restaurants is a good move too. Is Pause One Carrie more introverted or extroverted? Probably introverted, bro. I feel like Carrie is a role for the edgy like introverts who like want to show the world like who they really are. Does that make sense? Like I think Arteezy is pretty introverted.
Me, you, one person form a tight relationship with these people.
Yeah, Pause for and offline are extroverted. That's funny.
And
Carrie is skewed toward puers. Oh shit, that's a real. That's real.
you will find that when you engage with someone, that can be a little bit tricky because there's also social anxiety and shyness that are technically different from introversion. So you have to overcome some of that stuff.
Yeah.
But introverts can
Dude, that's another really interesting aspect of everything. Like shyness and social anxiety is not introversion. You could be a socially anxious extrovert. What a fucking nightmare. If you're a socially anxious extrovert, you are probably not vibing if that's you.
absolutely excel in the workplace. I oftentimes find that the most introverted people, so a really good example of this is like Tyrion Lannister. If you guys have seen Game of
Tyrion
Thrones, read Game
Lannister.
of Thrones. Tyrion is an introvert,
Yeah.
but he's very good at forming one-on-one relationships and having meaningful interactions, right? So really good example of this is like if you guys watch, I think Game of Thrones illustrated this well. If you look at Tyrion Lannister's relationship with Jon Snow, look at how that develops. It's like pure introvert artwork. So how do
That's so true. That's so interesting. I think the most interesting part of this video for me has been the fact that forming connections with somebody is very different than extroversion. And a lot of the times, introverts form better connections. I see that. That's my introverted side for sure. Like, I love one-on-one, like, close, like, group of 3 or 4 interactions compared to, like, going out with a group of, like, 15. Tyrion is non-introvert? I don't know. I feel like Tyrion's kind of like me, where he's in the middle. Learned introversion can be a trauma, but I've only watched up to season 5 of Game of Thrones. Learned introversion can be a trauma response. Oh, yeah. Dude, there was a phase in my life where I thought, and I still kind of think this, but I don't think it's 100% correct, but I think it's an interesting model where I feel like introversion is so okay. Introverts are known because social interactions like drain them, right? So at one point in my life, I thought that the more introverted you are, the less you feel comfortable being your 100% authentic self with people. And I thought that naturally, like most people / all people gain energy from not putting on an act. And the reason why introverts lose energy around other people is because they have to put on an act. They feel like they have to put on an act. So the more introverted you are, the higher that threshold is for when you feel like you can't be authentic. And now what I think about that today, I think there are a lot of people who think they're introverts that fall under that category where they just feel like they have to put on an act subconsciously or consciously around other people. But I also think there are true introverts as well. But I feel like they're less common than we think. Some people call that autism spectrum and medicalize it. Really? I don't see the connection.
You take advantage of all of these attributes. What do you practically do with this? So there are a couple of things that I think are very important. The first is planning. When I work with people who do not do well in their careers, they don't plan. So if you take all the people who are like successful and in med school and investment banking and stuff, there's one attribute that many of them share, which is that they plan. This is the stuff that you can do, right? So someone decides to be pre-med at the age of 15. They do a lot of volunteer work, then they go to college, they major in pre-med, they get into a good college. Because they did a lot of work in high school, they plan ahead. And then they go to med school. They plan. They think about what's the next step.
Interesting.
So oftentimes when I'm working with people...
Masking and social batteries are terms used online in discussions on being on the spectrum. Interesting.
Who feel like they're stuck in dead-end jobs, that's because they're not thinking about what's... I feel like I'm...
Yeah, dude, Dr. K is really good. In this video, Son-kun, I would say, is like mediocre. Like, this video is not even amazing. Like, there's some videos I watch of his that just like fucking blows my mind. Like, if it really hits... Sometimes he'll just describe something where I'm like, this is totally me. I do this. And it just bangs. But even so, like, there's some interesting insights in this. Like, the other interesting insight that we got was that the world now is harder than it used to be. So you have to improve yourself more to, like, succeed in it. And, God, I have such a complex relationship with self-improvement. Because I feel like I don't really like self-improvement. Like, I want to improve myself. I'll see if I can articulate this. Maybe some of you guys can relate. But I want to improve myself, but I hate, like, the stigma associated with self-improvement. And I also think self-improvement, it's kind of like a scarcity thing to do in a way. Okay, bear with me. That, like, did not sound coherent. Because it implies that you're not good enough already to, like, achieve what you want. So, like, by saying that you need... Okay, no, this is the distinction. The distinction is feeling like you need to improve yourself versus wanting to improve yourself. If you feel like you need to improve yourself, it's kind of like a low status thing because you're kind of admitting that you're not good enough, you know? I was a learned introvert from trauma response. Interesting. I'm very extroverted in the right groups. You're probably similar to me, Outlaw, where you're like pretty in the middle, if I would guess. Yes, a lot of people associate self-improvement with the manosphere, so you have to be very careful.
I'm stuck over here, but what are my options? What comes next? Even a dead-end job is work experience for another job. This job may have no upward mobility, but other jobs may have upward mobility. If I work for 2 years over here and I become maybe assistant manager but don't rise above that, maybe I can become a full manager somewhere else. Maybe I can become an assistant manager.
Self-improvement can be locking in and focusing on what you need to do to improve. Yeah. That is self-improvement for sure. I still think... I haven't articulated this perfectly, but there's an element to it where it's like you're kind of admitting, like I think I feel a little bit of shame towards self-improvement because you're admitting to the world that like you're not good enough in your eyes. It's like weird, but it doesn't need to be that way. But I think that's how people see it. That's how a lot of people see it. Like I think normies, the way that normies think about self-improvement. And not that any of this matters. It's just interesting to talk about. But normies think about self-improvement like, why would you do it? Like, you're good enough as you are. Like, you know what I mean? Are you a full-time life coach streamer? I would not say I'm a life coach streamer. Quit Dota for good, yes. Can I have your Dota items? If you want to buy my Dota account, message me on Discord. But it's... And this is a joke. If anybody at Steam or Valve is watching this, that's a joke. Maybe self-improvement isn't the best terminology for it. Yeah, I mean, that term has a stigma. For sure. See, that's the other thing is, like, normies or, like, people who don't self-improve, they'll come in here and they'll say that, like, this is, like, life coaching. This is life coaching. Like, I don't think what I'm doing right now is like life coaching. At least to me, like, it doesn't feel that way. But people just see it in such a weird light. I don't know what I'm getting at. That's why I think it's more mindset rather than what you have or haven't been capable of prior. Yeah, mindset's really important. I mean, there are nuances to this. Potential maxing. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, life maxing, potential maxing. I'm good enough as I am as an Archon. Dude, that's what most people think. That's what most people think. Just streaming for the vibes. Yeah, I'm trying to become like a variety streamer, like Ludwig, or like Joe Bart, or iShowSpeed, but not in his style. But that's my goal right now.
Somewhere else. So practically what I do with people is to ask yourself, okay, for whatever your situation is now, what is one...
It's so interesting. I can tell, I feel it in my gut, that there's an insight that I'm circling around. Like, I'm circling around it when I say things like self-improvement, like, admits a level of shame and, like, everything I'm saying. But I can't articulate what it is, and that frustrates me. I'll come back to it. But I know, like, I get this gut feeling when there's, like, a nugget of, like, diamond that I'm, like, getting at. But I'm exploring it. I just don't know.
Step forward look like?
Go political? Dude, if I wanted to blow up quickly, I feel like I would just spew a bunch of, like, red pill garbage. But there's some ethical considerations with that. Dr. K would know what you're searching for? Dude, he would, man. He would. I want to talk to Dr. K. Now, if I talk to Dr. K, I have something else to talk to him about. I wouldn't talk to him about this. Although he would have really interesting things to say about this. Please, God, no. Don't worry. I'm not going to... I don't consider myself a very political person. Because I think changing yourself is the best thing you can do to change the world first. I've noticed that. I've had periods of my life where my cup is so fucking full that it just overflows onto everybody around me and my friends and family. I don't think it's at that point right now, but I'm striving to get it there. It's like in Alcoholics Anonymous, admitting is the first step to recovery. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, you're admitting there's a problem. That's the weird subtext with self-improvement, is you're admitting there's a problem. And I think a lot of people are scared of that. Like, they don't want to think that there's a problem in their life. Like, they want to think that everything is good. And that's fine. Like, there doesn't need to be a problem. But I feel like at the same time, there's a weird tension because, like, everyone can improve, I feel like. Everyone can improve.
If that step doesn't work, what's plan B? What's plan C?
But
so I did
no.
this.
I think there's some nuance. Like, you don't have to... Like, you can acknowledge that you're in a good place and you want to strive higher. I think that's the sweet spot. That's the sweet spot. I think if you approach self-improvement from a scarcity mindset where you're thinking, like, I have to change, there's a problem, then it's not going to work. But if you approach self-improvement from an abundance mindset, like, I'm already chilling, but I want to change because this is how I want to live my life, then there's much less tension and you'll improve more.
Exercise with someone on stream many years ago. It's one that I love a lot, which is take your dream job and reverse engineer it. So I was talking to someone who was saying, I want to be a developer at Riot Games.
I agree, but I think what's weird is normies never get there. They use that as an excuse to do nothing. Yes, that's also true. But dude, part of it, like, I feel like I don't even, like, blame a lot of them, because when you think of the term self-improvement, you think of fucking Andrew Tate, man. And I say that with, like, sadness, because I think kind of a decent part of my identity is, like, self-improvement. I think a lot of people, like, blend that with manosphere, misogyny, narcissism, Andrew Tate. I'm torn between some shame is good, get it together, and not forcing the tension. Yeah, I think it's a balance, and I think different things work for different people. I'm good enough as I waste money on cars and phones while whining about being broke. Yeah. Not all situations are equal. This is gold for me right now. Reverse engineering your job. Yeah, that's sauce. That's sauce. It's like trying to be a good Christian. People instantly think I'm nationalist. Yes. I think Christianity has a huge rep. It has a huge rep of like super right-wing vibes. So it's kind of, yeah.
Looked at the job description for a developer of Riot Games, that is a path. It is not an obstacle. I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do
I
this.
think for me, when I remember to frame things this way in self-improvement, it always goes a lot better. Like, when I get in touch with the actual want, like, because, okay, I'll give an example from my life. Like, I need, see, my mind already went to that diction, need. I need to reset my sleep schedule, okay? Why do I want to fix my sleep schedule? Because I know that, like, I'm a better person, whatever. I'm not going to talk about it for a long time when I have a good circadian rhythm. But, so I could think about it like that, like I need to do it. But that creates so much tension, and I feel like I resist that tension. However, if I get in touch with the want, I want to be this person. I want to be the Krabby who, you know, wakes up early. Then it makes it a lot easier to do for me.
This, I have to do this, I have to do this. That is your to-do list for the next 5 to 7 years. Absolutely doable. Now, if you do those things, will you end up at Riot? Who the hell knows, right? Some of that is luck. Some of that is external. Some of that is circumstance. So to really think about, okay, what comes next? That's the most important question you can ask yourself. What's next? What's next? What's next? Second thing, this is one that y'all are going to hate me for.
Am I crazy for saying I think that, like, no, like, internal tension is good? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there, but isn't ideally, like, you do things because it's, like, a natural step forward instead of, like, feeling tension and, like, spiking cortisol, like, being stressed? I think that maybe what I'm thinking now, and again, I don't know if this is true, don't quote me on this, but it feels like the, like, tense approach to self-improvement is kind of like cheese. It's kind of like cheesing it, where, like, I think it's easier to regress if you do it through, it's like brute force is what I'm trying to say. It's brute force versus, like, tactfully taking a next step. But it also works. It also works. And, okay, maybe I take that back, because in my life, I've improved a lot through brute force. I've improved a lot through just brute force. Count your blessings sounds like a platitude, but it's really important in terms of keeping perspective. Yes. Yes. Actually, it's funny you say that, because during one of the most based phases of my life, I kept a gratitude journal. And I literally wrote down 3 things I was grateful for every day. I might start doing that again. That was a good thing. It just rewires your brain to be so based.
Critical thinking. Most of y'all don't know how to do critical thinking.
How do you critically
few human
think,
beings
chat?
get trained in critical thinking, okay? We think that we think critically, but we
Here's
don't.
how to think critically. Here's what I think he's going to say. I'm at my best when shit is hitting the fan and I need to do the thing. Ah, I see. Classic puer. I think critically thinking is asking yourself, what assumptions am I holding here? What assumptions am I holding here? What am I assuming about this situation?
There's a guy who won a Nobel Prize in economics named Daniel Kahneman, who basically showed us that most human beings on the planet don't know how to critically think. It's not a diss. I don't critically think half the time anyway. So I'm going to tell you all what critical thinking actually is. So in medical school, they teach us critical thinking. And the reason they teach us critical thinking is because if we don't learn critical thinking, then patients have problems. So what does critical thinking mean? The way that the mind usually works is when I
Yes.
see a
Actually, I'm just going to let him talk.
situation, my mind gives me an answer. It just floats up an answer. And I believe that the answer was thought through critically, but that's not usually what happens. So in medicine, we
The
get
answer's
trained
based on all the assumptions that you're holding about the situation.
in something called differential diagnosis. And differential diagnosis is really simple, but it's hard to do. It's actually very hard to do, which is when you see a patient, all of your medical training is going to tell you this patient has this problem. Oh, this kid comes in, looks like the flu is going around, seems like they've got the flu. Oh, the flu test is negative, but flu tests are negative 30% of the time. So maybe they're the 1 out of 3 people that has a negative flu test. They've
Is
got
that
the flu.
true? 30%
That's when
of the
patients
time
run into
flu
trouble.
tests are
We have
false
to do
negative?
something
That's
called
awful.
differential diagnosis. It could be the flu, could be COVID, could be myeloma, could be an occult cancer, could be an autoimmune disease, could be a mold allergy, could be all kinds of things. So we have to train ourselves to consider all of the things that we did not think about. That is what critical thinking really is. So there's one
Interesting.
really difficult and useful exercise for critical thinking as it relates to career. Write a page about your career situation, why you are the way in the place that you are. What are the factors that have led you to this career situation, right? So where are you and how did you get here? Then what we're going to do is be critical of that. What critical means is whatever you think, you need to learn how to think the opposite. You need to be able to steel man the argument that opposes whatever you believe. Most people are not capable of
Took
this.
this a different direction. than
I don't
thought.
have a job because the economy sucks. It is true that you do not have a job. It is true that the economy sucks. It is true that we are in end stage capitalism. Fine. And a lot of people still have jobs. That is what it means to be critical of your thinking. And literally, this is what we try to do in coaching and in
I'm
therapy and
Archon
things like
because of
that,
my
right?
teammates. Exactly.
Patients will come
Dude,
in.
it's
if I'm
the
a
exact same thing. Like literally 1-to-1.
psychiatrist, a patient will come in and they will think about
Because
their life.
yes, your teammates are bad. That is true. But the lack of critical thinking is that you are also bad. You are also fucking horrible. And if you weren't, you wouldn't be Archon.
In a particular way. And they have a lot of great data to support their beliefs. That is not what critical thinking is. Critical thinking is thinking in a way that is critical of what you believe and all the reasons that you believe it. It's very hard to do. To pick apart,
That
to
is hard.
genuinely pick apart your beliefs.
I wonder what Dr. K believes in capitalism. Yeah, I don't know. I bet he has a good nuanced take.
Hey y'all, hope you enjoyed today's video.
Interesting.
We talk about a bunch of topics.
This was an interesting video. It didn't hit super hard. Any questions, chat, on this video? It didn't hit super hard, but there were still like really good insights. Yeah. Yeah, saying end stage capitalism is a good enough signal for what he thinks. But I feel like it's nuanced. Like, I don't think he hates capitalism or anything. We work for 40 years and then we die, Squidward. Low-key, I think all the bros who constantly talk about the grind are talking out of their ass and either got really lucky through nepotism or founded a BS startup that will... I don't like the energy in this comment. 500 upvotes. Or founded a BS startup that will go broke in a couple years. One thing my friend used to ask me when I switched jobs every 2 years was, how do you know that's bad? My friend used to ask me. I mean, I think job switching is one of the best things you can do for upward mobility if you're like grinding the corporate life. Like if I was in corporate, I'd probably be switching jobs every few years. How do you know that's bad? It's not bad. But a lot of people think it. Yeah, there's a negative stigma about it. There's a negative stigma for sure. But I think if you jump too fast, like maybe it's sus. But I think in general it's good. What do I think about capitalism? I have a nuanced take. I think what I think about capitalism is probably what Dr. K thinks about capitalism. I don't want to talk about it too much because I think that's like very political, but I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. I don't think, yeah. I'll say I'm not a hater. Recruiters see you as a flight risk and don't want to invest the money in training you. Yeah, exactly. That is true, and the best way to get a raise is to change jobs. And the best way to rise on the ladder is to change jobs. So, I think it's definitely a two-way street. Interesting. I want to watch this. There's an emotion I need to process, man. There's an emotion I fucking need to process. But I don't want to watch a 45-minute video. right now. Maybe tomorrow we watch this. How to actually process your emotions. I'm at the point in my life where I start thinking about this stuff. Yeah. I think a lot of companies have come around to that. A lot of resumes have short work stints. Interesting. It's good intel from the inside. How do you know you have a good job? I think not getting a single raise in 5 years is kind of sus. Yeah. I also think interviewing when you have a job is generally like a healthy thing to do for yourself. Because you can see if your current company's underselling, or if you're underselling yourself and you're not getting paid enough for the value that you're providing. I kind of want to play around. Dude, I'm going to play a round of Buckshot fucking Roulette. That game's so fun. That game, it's really immersive. That's what I like about Buckshot Roulette. We'll do this to end off the stream. We'll do Buckshot to end off the stream. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this game's called Buckshot Roulette. Any late night streams? I don't know. I kind of want to reset my sleep schedule. Maybe I'll get back on tonight. I'm not sure. Welcome to Club Krabby. Wait, what is this? What is this? Consumable pills? What? Wait, should I take some pills that I find in the bathroom in a club? Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, it's double or nothing. Alright, fuck it. Welcome to Club Krabby, chat. We're having a 2-for-1 special on hope shots and white pills. Stay a while. That kind of went hard. I'm still having so much trouble finding a job, and I'm trying to develop an app to help businesses. But whenever I message them, no one responds. You probably have to keep messaging people. Or change your messaging. And just keep grinding. Oh yeah, this is a hard vibe change, for sure. No, I haven't played multiplayer. I think, Jong, the important thing for you is to, like, change what you're doing, like, adjust your strategy a little bit. Wait, I saw an Easter egg that if you put your name as Satan, something crazy happens. So I'm gonna try that. What is this? Wait, what? They're new items. 1 and 1, okay. I have this image of Krabby standing outside of a high school in a trench coat asking kids, hey, you want to take this white pill? It's good for you. Dude, that's a funny ass bit. That's a funny bit. Maybe I should run that. That would low-key... I might write that, or I'm gonna write that one down. There's a lot of traction there. Or I think that's like kind of could be viral worthy if I do it right. Adrenaline. Steal an item and use it immediately. Okay, I'll steal his magnifying glass. Oh, shysta. What draws the line between red and white pills? Alright, we're live. Bro, the white pill is not even close to the red pill. The white pill, I basically coined it. The white pill is pretty much that, like, you are 100% responsible for the quality of your life. And you shouldn't blame your life on external circumstances. That's the white pill. Yeah. And also that generally, like, the world is good. And that, you know, yeah, that's pretty much it. Nice, we're off to a good start. Now there's only one blank in here, so... Oh, I should probably change the game on Twitch. I feel like that's a good habit, like just changing the game on Twitch whenever I change it. Because you never know, people can, There are 88 viewers of Buckshot Roulette right now. Wait. What happened? Did we reload? Okay, nice. Okay. 4 and 4. It was 4 and 4. Perfect 50-50. It's a perfect 50-50. Swaps the polarity of the current shell in the chamber. Ooh, interesting. Burner phone. A mysterious voice gives you insight from the future. All right. 5th shell is live. Oh, chat, remember that. Remember that. 5th shell is live. 5th shell is live. Okay. That's actually good information. So we know, actually, if the 5th shell is live, this one is likely to be blank. This one's a little bit more likely to be blank. So I think we should take the chance that it's blank. Fuck. Alright, well, I think that was still a good move. I think that was still a good move. Okay, it's my turn again. Okay, so now there's a really, really good chance it's blank. So, like, yeah, this is probably blank. Okay, cool. So now we're on the 3rd. We're on the 3rd, I think. Tango up? Yeah. You're right. Good call. Good comms. Good comms. Can you take the white pill as a pause 3? Yes, you can take the white pill on any position, bro. Fuck, I lost track. Oh my god. Alright. It was 4 and 4. Then the first shot was... I shot myself. So then it was 4 and 3. No, 3 and 4. 3 live, 4 blank. And then the next one was blank. So then it's 3 and 3. It's 3 and 3, right? Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. Why does the dealer look like that? I don't know, bro. But it adds to the vibe. I hate to say it. Russian roulette with an airsoft revolver. Holy shit. That sounds awful. Evil Krabby is like, it's all my team's fault. Yeah. All right, 3 to 3 and the 5th is live. Okay, that's what I thought. And this is the 6th. Oh, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna beer, and we know that the next one is live. The beer ejects a shell. Okay, nice. Now we know this is live, so we're just gonna take the saw. Double damage. Double damage. Wait, is this the 5th shot? Oh no. No, it is. It is. Fuck. Wait, I think you're right. Because you're right. This is number 4. Do I take the chance? I can't put it down. Do I take the chance and hit myself with the saw? Because statistically, it's likely to be blank. Fuck it. Nice. Nice. No, that was lit. Alright. I just wasted a saw. That's all that happened. And now we know that this one's live and it's my turn. So we're just gonna shoot him. Yeah. No, he's saying the beer in the game. He's saying the beer in the game. Okay, he got information. He's reversing the charge in here now. Alright, I'm about to get fucking booty blasted right now, huh? Uh-oh. Oh! Oh! Oh wait, I should be keeping track. Wait, but he reversed the polarity. So that was technically a blank round. That was technically a blank round. That was a blank round? Oh my god. So, okay, let's reverse. Let's reverse. Nah, my chat is against me. I only name myself Satan because, like, an Easter egg happens when you do it. I read. Or I saw a short. Alright. So it was 3-3. Then I shot a blank at myself. So then it's 3 live to 2 blank. And then I shot him. So it's 2-2. It was 2-2. And then he just shot a blank at me. So it's 2 live to 1 blank. Right now it's 2-1. It's 2-1. Should I take this expired medicine? Wait, okay. I actually... It's 2-1. So I'm pretty sure I just take the odds because I can win right now if I hit him. Alright. Prage, chat. Prage. Oh my god. GG. Fuck, man. Fuck! No. Alright, defib. Damn. Well, GG. GG. Shit. Do we try again? I'm kind of discouraged. I was cooking, man. I want to try one more. Crappy bad at this game? Let's see you try, little bro. Is this a story game? No, this is all you do. I'm pretty sure. But it's fun. Don't make me whoop your ass. Maybe we'll run some multiplayer. The adrenaline's pretty good. It gives me Saw vibes. Yep. Alright, 2-3. I'm gonna keep them on my fingers. I'm just gonna keep my fingers up. This is live and this is blank. Yeah. Alright, now it's 2-2. What is this item? What is this book? I don't know what it does. It's a straight 50-50. Now we're running 1v1s. I'm just gonna take the chance. Nice. 1-2, 1-2. Whoa. Oh, that was the medicine. And he gambled. Nice. It was 2-2 and now it's 1-2. Now it's 1-1. It's straight 50-50. You're dead. Oh, wow. Wow, he really got lucky, bro. Oh, wait, I miscounted. Whoops. Alright, we'll count better next time. 3-3. 3-3. Dude, I swear I always miscount. Alright, let's handcuff him. And let's get some information. The beard gives us information. Okay. I'm just gonna take a shot. There's a pretty good chance, like 60%, that we can get him here. Nice. Okay, GG. GG. Satan wins. That was only level 1 though. Prescription expired medicine. Nice. Oh, we got. Oh! Triple magnifying glass? Yo. 3 to 3. All right. I mean, this is free. I have triple magnifying glass, so this is literally a free win. Like, I'm gonna win in 1 turn. Wait. Okay, that was live. Nice. Cool. This is a free win. This is information gap. This is when you take a team fight on wards. You take a team fight on wards. Oh, what's up, Fire in My Blood? How's it going, bro? Alright, no hailing Satan in my chat. No hailing Satan in my chat. Oh, he took my magnifying glass. Fuck. Wait. Okay. No! Wait, did we lose? Bro, this round was unwinnable. This round was literally unwinnable. Dude! I didn't even get a chance. Bro! We're cooked. Alright, later, chat. Outlaw would hate this. I think the worst part of this is just me naming myself Satan. But I'm only doing that because it changes the game. There's an Easter egg. Damn. Alright, I think we're gonna end stream, chat. I think we're gonna end stream. This game low-key keeps me sharp. I might be back later tonight. Maybe. I don't know. I do want to reset my sleep schedule though. But cheers, guys. Love you all.